Welcome back to the Hit Squad. Chad Range alongside Jesse Finney. This is 101sports.com. We appreciate you being here with us. We want to hear from you at hitsquad101sports.com. The email, Twitter handle at hitsquad101ESPN. Taking a preview of the UFC Fight Night Fox 1 Wednesday. I like it. Right in the middle of the week. No Monday Night Football.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Let's hope Jake Shields and Demian Maia don't hump each other in this whole fight.
Oh, my. Yes, a good ground matchup. We're going to get to that. We've discussed, kind of that in the first segment. But we're going to start with a rescheduled fight from September. It was Raphael Assuncao taking on TJ Dillashaw. Now, Assuncao was injured. This was actually supposed to be on the heavyweight batter versus, I think, Teixeira card. Is that right? I can't remember. It's supposed to happen in September.
I knew it was supposed to happen in the past. I don't remember exactly.
But yeah, so I mean, this one is a holdover from September. Raphael's 19-4, TJ Dillashaw 9-1.
TJ's killing it, man.
Yeah, he is 9-1.
I mean, ever since Dwayne Ludwig has taken over out there at Team Alpha Male in Sacramento, I tell you what, he's been killing it, and he's a little beast, man. Those guys are all in great shape. They're great wrestlers, so this is an interesting matchup. I'll go ahead and let you take the first pick.
I'm going to take TJ.
I am too.
Yeah,
I am
just
too.
Off the injury, I think that TJ's hot.
This is, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this off my chest too. This is why the UFC is a top organization in the world and continues to do it. If you look at these matchups, they're giving us a free damn fight on Wednesday night.
Absolutely.
And to go ahead and give it, hey, Wednesday night, let's put it on Wednesday nights and do this. They're not doing it because we're friends, okay? We're not doing it, they're smart people.
Absolutely.
Because on a Wednesday night, what else are you doing on a Wednesday night instead of a Saturday night or some other fights? Wednesday night to come watch this I love it. It's free.
Absolutely, and free. That's the main point. And I tell you what, this card does not disappoint for a free card. There are a lot of people who I think are trying to maybe get back into the good graces, and what better platform than something like this? But the main event, I love it. Love the main event. Palhares, 23-5. Mike Pierce, who's on a 4-game win streak. This is the classic wrestler versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy.
I'm going to go with Palhares on this, and I think that I'm actually going to go heel hook first round.
Wow, you're caught. That's it.
This is a I don't know. This is a guy that has not delivered from what he's supposed to, and one day I think he could end up being a champion, but we'll see. This is an interesting matchup for me on a personal level. So we'll see. I mean, that's who I'm going to go with.
Why is that?
Because I feel like, Pierce is a guy that came out with some hype, and then I think he's actually one of the more overhyped guys out there. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's just my personal opinion. And I'm excited for that matchup. A wrestler jiu-jitsu guy can then jiu-jitsu out class his wrestling. I mean, this is interesting. We'll see.
Absolutely. I am going to go with Mike Pierce. You're going to say he gets number 5 in a row. He's on a little win streak. And moving along, he is hot. Fabio Maldonado taking on Joey Beltran. No relation to Carlos. Beltran, he's returning from a suspension. He's lost 4 in a row. Actually, he won the fight, but tested positive for some drugs and PEDs or whatever it was that he got flagged on and lost the fight. So obviously, this is a guy who has to win in Beltran. Maldonado, he had lost 3 in a row, including one to Glover Teixeira, but he beat Roger Hollett. So these, again, are 2 guys who are trying to fight their way back on.
But like I said, this is what the UFC does, man. These guys are 2 damn good strikers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is something where they're going to put a great matchup together on a Wednesday night, and we can sit around and watch this on a Wednesday night and go, man, that's what builds mixed martial arts, is these matchups that Joe Silva's putting together.
And just so you know, I'm 31-26, Jesse 39-18. He's running away with this one, but we've had some discrepancies, at least on one of the first 2. My turn to go first. Maldonado is who I'm going to go with against Beltran.
I agree with you. I think he's going to end up knocking him out in this fight. I think that this could be a dream matchup for us, so we can both sit there and bang. But I got to tell you something. I think Maldonado's going to end up winning this fight.
And it's one of those things, Beltran's coming off of the suspension. I think those guys their head's not quite always in it. Right,
and you got to ask yourself, are they going to perform without the drugs in their system? And you know what, if we're asking that, they're asking
themselves. Absolutely, 100%. Thiago Silva, 15-3. Matt Hamill. This is an interesting fight because these guys haven't been in the game for a long time. Silva won his first fight in 4 years on a fuel card in June. As for Hamill, after Alexander Gustafsson beating, he retired, and since then has come out of retirement had one fight. It went to the decision, and he won that. So a big question mark when it comes to this one.
I tell you something, my man's been doing his homework over here. I mean, these are great notes, and it actually helps Rousimar to make our picks here, man.
Absolutely.
As much as my heart really wants to go with Matt Hamill, I think that Thiago Silva is going to be a little bit too much for him to handle. I think his striking is going to be a little bit too much. But my heart's going to be with Hamill, but my brain's going to go with Silva.
Well, I'm going to go with your heart. I'm going with Hamill. I mean,
wow.
He should know a little bit of striking if he took on Gustafsson. It's really two unproven fighters. I mean, they've proven themselves in the past, but it's always, what have you done for me lately?
Right.
There's not a lot of research you can do there. So that'll be an interesting one. I will. Now, Erick Silva taking on Dong Hyun Kim. Interesting thing here. Now, Erick Silva, he's lost to Finch. Dong Hyun Kim, he had a little 2-win fight streak going. He was beat up by Carlos Condit, lost 2 out of 3, but now he's kind of
tough guy.
Got it back right. It appears he's got it kind of going back the right way. He's taken on Demian Maia, lost to him, so he's lost to some good quality fights.
Quality guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this one's your turn to go first. So who do you think's it gonna be?
I am actually going to go with Erick Silva on this one. I think I'm going to surprise some people, but I believe in Silva. I think he's an extreme talent. He's what the UFC really wants. He clean-cut kid. He's exciting, and they're not going to give him the matchups they're going to go out. They think that he's going to end up getting dominated in. Now, Kim, I don't think can actually dominate him, but I think it's a hell of a fight. And I'm going to go with Erick Silva on this one.
All right, I'm going with Kim. Dong Hyun
Boy,
Kim.
we're opposite tonight.
See
buddy.
if we can see if I can make up the ground. And then, of course, we talked about the main event on the card. Absolutely, I think as good a main event as you're going to get for free.
For free.
You know what I mean?
Two of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world, man.
Absolutely.
And it's not straight jiu-jitsu matches. It's a jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts jiu-jitsu. And I got to tell you something, these two, and I'm a huge Demian Maia fan. I mean, so I'm glad you're picking first on this one. I'll just say that.
It is a tough one. I will tell you that. Jake Shields, I love the American style jiu-jitsu. I like the branding of that since it's more offensive than the Brazilian style. But Damian's hot, and he's got to keep it going. I'm going with Demian Maia in this one. But boy, this is another one of those. Just flip the coin.
I'm so with you. And let me ask my producer Kevin Fowler. Is this pretty much we've disagreed on all of them except one?
We both put TJ. Yep, I think so.
All right, so this is your turn to make up some ground here, man. And I will go with Jake Shields on this one. And I don't think you can go wrong.
No.
I am. If I could train jiu-jitsu with one guy in this world, it would be Demian Maia. But I do think that Jake Shields is going to be a little bit. His wrestling's going to be a little bit too good for Demian Maia. That's my personal opinion.
And as we say, wrestling always dictates the fight.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, up next, we're going to be tackling the Knuckle Junkies question. That's coming up next on 101sports.com.